Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. All right, y'all. So this is my spoilers review for Daredevil again, episode 2. Again, my spoilers review. Overall, what do I think? Very good episode. Like I said, I'm gonna cover some key points. I'm not gonna go through the whole episode, but some key points that are definitely important for this review. So you guys go check it out. I highly recommend this show. Highly recommend it. It's very good. Like I said before in my previous review, Daredevil Born Again is my favorite Daredevil story of all time. Now, this is completely different from the comic book, but at the same time, still very, very good in my personal opinion. Very good. Like I said, it's a year later, so you kind of see Matt hang up, the Daredevil costume and stuff like that. He's not out there no more. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he's still making an impact out there, especially being a lawyer. But the episode starts off, with Wilson Fisk, talking to the New York citizens and stuff like that. Pretty much saying that as far as vigilanteism, he talks about Punisher. He's like, no guy with a skull in the shirt, no guy swinging, Spider-Man, Daredevil, pretty much the heroes that he has a problem with in the, in the actual, the comic books and stuff like that, right? So I thought that was pretty cool, right? Then you see, again, Hector Ayala, who is the White Tiger. He came out in the 70s in Marvel Comics and stuff like that. Pretty much he sees a guy getting assaulted, at the New York City subway station. Pretty much, he fights off the guys who are assaulting him. And one of the guys trips and gets hit by the train station. Again, sticking with the tone. It's definitely mature. It's definitely mature. So it's not for little kids, you know what I mean? But at the same time, the guy gets hit. Boom, the officer comes out, pulls out his gun on him. He's like, hey, NYPD. Really cool opening. That was a very, very good opening. So as you can see now, he's going to jail and stuff like that, right? So you see Matt Murdock pretty much, he's in, inside the jail cell. Not inside the jail cell, but he's, at the police department. And he actually hears him getting assaulted by the officers, right? Goes in there and now he wants to represent him. But Matt, because of course, he's a lawyer, he's Daredevil. He can pick up that he's lying to him about something. You know what I mean? And I always love that about Daredevil, especially how they portrayed in the show, how he can track people down with the footsteps, which they do show in here, from the heartbeat, from people's breathing. That's one of the cool things about Daredevil. Yeah, he can't see. It sucks. But at the same time, like his senses are heightened, they're enhanced. So he can pick up on a lot of things. And him being a lawyer is kind of like a cheat code for him, in my personal opinion. But overall, man, it's really cool, like I said. And I think, man, if I'm correct, if I remember, Brian Michael Bendis, I'm not a big Bendis fan, but Bendis has done some really good stuff. And his Daredevil stuff I really did enjoy. I have those books as well. If you never checked out his run, definitely go check that out. And I think that was Bendis who did the whole White Tiger being framed as a cop killer. I think that was him. Like I said, I could be wrong. But overall, man, like I said, it's a really cool story. And you see that Wilson Fisk being mayor of, New York City, it's all about optics now. And how he wants to move a certain kind of way, but at the same time, the lady that he's working with, I forget the actress name. Man, I know her from somewhere. But pretty much she's telling him it's all about optics. But anyway, you see him like, man, forget the optics, Well, he says it's all about optics, but he wants to be looked at as a mayor who's, out there getting business done the way how he wants to get it done. You know what I mean? Not waiting on nobody, but just get it done his way, right? Fast forward, you see the funeral scene for the cop, who passed away. Hector Ayala, he's in jail right now. His bail has been denied. But the police commissioner who knew Wilson Fisk as Kingpin, he's pulling his car. He's like, nah, bro, I know who you are. You're still the Kingpin. You're a little child, trying to play dress up. He's like, you're not really the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Like, really cool stuff. Like I said, man, the actors do a great job in this show. You can really see the tension, the scenes, just their expressions. The writing is incredible. Very, very good show, man. Like I said, it's very good. And, just kind of, getting right to the nitty gritty. Pretty much, you see, oh man, the therapist's name, I keep forgetting her name. Anyway, she takes on pretty much, Wilson Fisk and his wife, Vanessa, pretty much because they said, going back to the whole thing about optics, his wife really isn't there. And there, she's like, with a lot of the older voters, your wife not being there, they're kind of taking that a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, you kind of see him try to get that straight with the therapist who, who likes Matt, she's in a relationship with Matt. It's really cool. Like I said, man, I love how they're tying everything together. Like I said, they definitely take a lot of inspiration from the comic books, but it's a mixed bag. It's not completely the Daredevil again story from the comic books, but they're doing a very good job in this show, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? And towards the end, you see Matt track down one of the NYPD officers who was on that subway station with Hector Ayala was fighting. Pretty much, man, he calls in and say, get the hit, like, hey, we know where the witness is, because the witness who was there for the whole Hector Ayala situation, he can dead all this. Hector would be, found innocent and all that kind of stuff. And those NYPD officers who did that, they were dirty. Anyway, Matt tracks him down and he goes to the witness. He's like, hey, man, the cops are coming for you now. Very, very cool scene, right? Again, like I said, I love the fact that he can hear them coming up the stairs and stuff like that. He's like, hey, you got 20 seconds, you got 10 seconds to get up here, go up the fire, the fire exit and stuff like that. One thing about it, man, like I said, Charlie, he does a great job of playing unhinged. Like you could tell he's just trying to hold back his anger, as Daredevil, You see the cops pretty much, he's like, hey, look, oh, you're the lawyer that's, pretty much, defending Hector and stuff like that. That's what NYPD says to him. Man gets into a fight. They start whipping up on him. But here's the thing. He's playing coy. Because, when they say, like, he could take these guys out easily. But he's playing coy, because he's blind and stuff like that. So it wasn't until, and to me personally, I think he would have just let them go like, all right, even though they drew blood and stuff like that, he would just play like, all right, you got me and stuff like that. It wasn't until the NYPD officer pretty much took out the gun and was like, yo, take him out. You know what I mean? At that point, all right, now he got to handle business. Breaks dude arm. They show everything too. He just goes off, knocks dude up. You see the blood and stuff like that. Man, slams one dude's head on the ground. The violent. It's like I said. The tone is completely in line with what we saw in the Netflix series. The tone is completely in line. And man, he put belt to what. Like, yeah, he whipped them dudes up, man. I mean, it's Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can take those guys out easily. So, and then at the end, you hear him scream. Now, here's, because like I say, he's unhinged. But another part, too, is that, those officers, now you got two unconscious NYPD officers in this guy's apartment. So it's going to be interesting to see what, transpires in the next episode. But like I said, very good episode. Oh, and there was another thing I forgot. When Commissioner Gall, this is before the Daredevil fight scene with the two NYPD officers, he goes to, take his resignation to Kingpin. This was a very Kingpin move. Very, very Wilson Fisk, move. Pretty much he's sitting there eating a sandwich. He's like, hey, there's my resignation. You're going to have a lot of cops leave as well. Like we ain't behind you. Pretty much he's eating. He's like, hey, man, you're from Philly, right? And he was like, man, y'all got some good cheesesteaks, but my favorite cheesesteak is one out of town. And he lifts up the paper to reveal the name of the of the company. But underneath is a picture of the Commissioner Gall's, I guess, son or something like that, son out of wedlock, or, a hidden son and stuff like that. And he's like, all right, well, I'm staying. He's like, he ain't go. He's like, men can be swayed by paper. You know what I'm saying? He's like, men can be persuaded. So another cool Kingpin move, like I said. Overall, man, very, very good episode, in my personal opinion. I didn't rate the first episode. I want to say 9 out of 10 for that first episode. This one, I can say it's about 8.5 and stuff like that, 8.5 out of 10. I really did enjoy it, man. Like I said, so far, this is a very good series. Again, so far, there are more episodes to come. I'm definitely going to have my review for episode 3 up. Overall, very good show, man. Like I said, I love the actors. I love the tone of the series. The violence is still violent. Charlie Day does a great job as Daredevil, playing that unhinged Daredevil. Like I said, he's trying to hang it up. But come on, man. We know he's coming back. Overall, great show. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one.